I was a stop. I'm like, it's my responsibility.
score is now minute.
Nagatuck cannot recover. Great serve. Nagatuck cannot get the ball over the net. Nice return by Nagatuck. And the first game is concluded 37-13 Woodland. As we get ready for our next game, Seymour and Holy Cross. Hawks, great performance in that first game.
Scoreboard. Yeah, it was. It was great to have everybody here for the first freshman tournament of the 2021 season. And it's even better now that we got our audio fixed. It took a little while there, but it seems like everything is in order now here at Woodland High School. Jenna, how do you think the day is shaping up so far?
I think it's shaping up to be a good one. We just saw a great offensive performance by your Woodland Hawks right there. So I think they should be going strong for the rest of this tournament.
Yeah, Nagatuck's got a great building base because of what they've been doing for their varsity team that Woodland played last night. Really showed how that program builds as it moves forward. So this is the building blocks here. Today we have a lot of fans in the stand, which is great to see after a year of no fans. So it's exciting to have everybody in the building. I think it really adds an energy to it.
Yes, very much so.
All right, next up we have Seymour versus Holy Cross here at Woodland High School. We got Holy Cross in the green jerseys and Seymour in the blue. Coach Jablonski for the Seymour team pacing the sidelines, getting ready for our first serve.
Seymour getting ready to set off. Great serve.
Right across the middle, lands right in front of the defensive player. Very smooth. Now let's just go over the format here for everybody that's watching at home. It is a 20-minute schedule, 20 minutes for each set. No matter what the points are, the winner will be how many points you can score in 20 minutes. All right, we had a little bit of a tip over right there. We got the ball off the hands of 19 in the middle for Holy Cross. It just did not land inside of the Seymour court.
Seymour cannot recover. Point goes to Holy Cross.
You know, it would be great if we had a roster so we can call some names out here. That would work out pretty well. I don't know. Maybe our producer Hannah will run over and talk to the coaches and see if they have a roster. And there she goes.
Yeah, and Hannah Mudry, hardest worker out there today. And last night at the varsity football game.
Indeed, indeed. Quite the broadcaster. And we do have that YOLO camera that's out there watching that. 34 puts it in the net for a Holy Cross. Brings the ball back over to the Seymour side.
Holy Cross just can't return it. Point goes to Seymour.
They seem to be favoring the right-hand side of the court on all their serves. And as I say that, they go back to that same side.
And they cannot return it back over the net. Point goes to Seymour.
At this level, with the first year, the freshman programs, service is a key component of making sure that points are scored. As you can see, once the ball is in play, we have bump set spike, and right back from Seymour to score one more additional points. We have our first good volley rally right there. I think as the teams settle into it, this is one of their first big matches for the year. I think this will actually, the game will come to them as the morning progresses.
And Holy Cross cannot recover. Point Seymour.
Seymour is famous for being a good serving team on all levels, freshman, junior varsity, and varsity.
Point back to Seymour. Seymour right now seems to be in control of this game. The score of 9-1.
There we have a return, bump over, and just not enough leg to get that to the net. Good overall effort, good team effort. I'm assuming that's Skylar, that's number 22, because they keep yelling Skylar. So Skylar steps behind the line. It just sounds better when we do no names. That's Skylar puts it into the sky, deep into 6, off the arms of the returning player. Now I look at the Holy Cross bench, and it goes rather deep. They have 6 out there, and it looks like they have another 6 or 7 on the bench.
It's always good to have that extra support.
Yeah. And they definitely brought the fans out. This side of the stadium is packed.
After a year where we couldn't really have fans, it's definitely nice to have that.
It certainly is. There we go. We got a nice deep ball over to the edge, just wide right.
Seymour still in control of this game.
And Skylar steps behind the line again. Number 22. She's got a good high toss on that serve. Good pass.
And it goes over.
There we go.
Great setup by Seymour. And Holy Cross cannot return it. Point goes to Seymour.
Number 10. No one's yelled her name yet. So was that Kelsey? Did we hear that? I'm going to have to jot all these down as we go on.
Good setup by Holy Cross, but it cannot stay in bounds. Point goes to Seymour. Holy Cross tries to tip it over the net. They cannot return it. Point once again goes to Seymour. 18-1 now in this game with 13 minutes left. We got a long way to go. A little bit of a weaker serve by number 22. Serve goes back to Holy Cross. Let's see if they could do something with this lead. On the weaker side of the serve. Seymour serve once again.
All right, we have a Holy Cross substitution. Like I said, they do have a long bench. They'll be putting a lot of people in. And we had a point played while we had a substitution. We got to get this officiating under control there. Our senior Woodland officials, I think they missed that one. All right, I don't know what happened on the Seymour bench. Looks like everybody stepped to the substitution line there for a second. All right, now they're opening up a bit. Only 2 in receive. Nope. All right, they're going to shift around, go to the diamond formation.
Short serve there. Ball goes back to Seymour.
$18 for 27 checking in. Every team is going to play each other one time today, so there's going to be plenty of volleyball all morning long.
Great strong serve by Seymour there. Cannot be returned by Holy Cross. And we just continue to see Seymour dominating this game.
It's that consistency in service that's going to get you at the levels of first year and junior varsity. It's quite important. I'm saying that like it's not important in varsity. That would be erroneous. It is also important to make sure your serves get in varsity.
Another great serve.
Yeah, that was a rocket. Now, some of these programs have feeder programs which play in the middle school or camps. Other girls at this level are just starting out and learning the sport at high school level. So in 9th grade, they come in and they play volleyball for the very first time and increase their skills as the years go on. So there will be a difference in level play styles based on which teams have a middle school program or camp availability as well. All right, another substitution. I believe that was 4 is coming off. 5 is going on. 5 for 4 on Holy Cross.
It is always good to have a deeper bench because you can make as many changes to your offense as you want, and the more changes you get, the more chances you get with each person.
Yeah, getting everybody enough court time, it's a little harder with the longer bench, but you do, like I said, have more opportunities to substitute, especially if there's any injuries or timeouts that you need that way. But if you were on the bench, the girls are on the floor, you get more rotational time. All right, there we go. Helping out, 34 and 3 for Holy Cross, putting it over together. 28 with a long arm swing on there. 18 on Seymour. Good. All right, we're playing this little single one ball. Holy Cross with a good recovery right there. Keeping that defensive action alive, getting the ball back over the net. Another substitution, 21 for 10. What I do love at this level too is how encouraging the coaches are, no matter what, how well all the coaches work together in the NVL and to help build their individual programs. And I love that today so many teams are coming together to work together to have freshman volleyball, especially with the busing situation, which has really limited the ability for the freshman teams to have any games during the regular school week.
It definitely becomes like a little family or community to help each other out if you ever need any help in tough times.
Yep, and this is one of those adjustments we've made so that everybody can get some court time. Four steps behind the line for Holy Cross. It's a good swing on that one.
Just gets over.
Had Seymour just stymied there. They're standing there watching the ball come over. Good launch on that one there. Good pass by Seymour. Yeah. Back row attack. Good job. Number 10 on Seymour.
5.5 minutes left in this set.
I believe the coaches have unlimited timeouts today too, so if they needed to walk onto the floor to make any adjustments or changes, and that's why a play around like this does help build your program.
Just not returnable for Holy Cross.
It's a great spot to drop it right between the front line and the back line.
Holy Cross cannot recover. Point goes to Seymour. 32-8 with just about 4 minutes left.
Seymour is showing the consistency in their program. Their approach is make sure that the serves get in, but they do play a good defense when the ball comes back over. Good communication, good spread on the ball.
It's definitely an important part of playing this game is communication.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want any mishaps of people running into each other. Yeah, they're all the same. They're all on the same thing. Oh.
The two teams that are playing.
Great serve by Seymour.
Number 12, that would be Ryan. We have the rosters. Our producer has Our producer, Hannah Mudry, has gone and gotten all the rosters, so we'll have some first names for you. All right, Ryan stepping back to the line. Oh, good hard swing, but just goes wide right. All right. Across, let's see who's serving. All right, looks like 18 Mira is serving. Lexi for Holy Cross is stepping to the line.
Just not enough to get over the net. Point goes back to Seymour.
And the key is keeping the ball up and out in front of you to get that swing. A lot of people think it's arm swing, but using your torso, using the core, really helps move the ball. That's another Lexi. We just served Lexi on one side. We're serving Lexi on the other side now. Very enthusiastic bench on Seymour's side.
As the clock winds down from 20, Holy Cross will
Looks like number 5, Kelly, is going to get a serve in. Coach is telling her swing away at it. And she does. Just a few seconds left here in this Seymour Holy Cross match. Kenzie puts it in, leaving us as the last serve for this match. 41-11. A lot of service that went on with Seymour. A lot of consistency that way. It's something you don't see all that often with the first-year program, so it's a testament to how they're pulling that. And Holy Cross will be back. I believe they have one off right now. And I believe Seymour and Woodland is next. So we say the clock will start all running automatically. Coaches can talk to each other, and if they've been off for more than 20 minutes, if they've been off for 2 matches, they can opt to do a little warm-up, do some serving and hit lines if they want, just to get the girls warmed up before they go into the actual game. So like Seymour was on, they're taking just a little bit of the clock just to reset, put a new lineup in. On the floor right now for Seymour, we've got Kenzie, Skylar, Ryan, Audrey, let's see who else is out there, Lily, and can't see all the way over there. You should put us up too. You call one side, I'll put the other. Lily steps behind the line. Good swing into that, but into the net. Ball goes over to Woodland.
Out on the floor for Woodland. Serving, we have Paige Chiramonti. We have Emily Ambrosio, Julia DeMel, Ella Van Alstyne, Kaylin Lawton, and Lindsay Coliani.
Lindsay Coliani, younger sister of one Allison Coliani, who has played 4 years for Woodland and is now graduated.
Hawks getting off to the early start. It's definitely a tone setter for how the rest of this set will go.
Good high float there. Skylar with the set. Kenzie with a long hit, just long, too long on that last one. Page is loft, that looks deep. Nice save there.
And Seymour can recover, but they can't recover that one. Point goes to Woodland.
Ryan made a great knee sliding save there to keep the ball alive. That was a little bit too much. The court is 60 feet long, so when you're serving, you have 60 feet to get the ball in. It's 30 by 30, which is 900 square feet, and sometimes we still have a habit of missing. That's a hard-driven ball. Nice up.
Nice return by Woodland.
Skylar frees it
Seymour
over.
gets it back over.
It's up. Lexi puts it back over, and Woodland goes out.
Definitely a great setup by Woodland, but they need that power control.
Audrey's in the back. She's deep out there. Kalani cuts it off. Audrey on the defense, and Tamir hits it out of strong, and the ball does not come back from the Woodland side after that hit. That's 10 on the outside. My mistake. That's Kenzie hitting outside right now. That is a brick. Oh, a nice return. A little touch play there by Kenzie. Puts the ball on the Woodland side.
We have a tie set now, 5-5. 15 minutes left. Still a lot of time to play.
Audrey with that consistent, hard-driven serve. That's what you like to see on a serve, where it doesn't come over the height of the pins. If it stays just below there, it's very hard to return, especially on the float. Audrey steps behind the line again. Right off the tape.
I just made it over, but Woodland cannot recover that.
She didn't get her hands up fast enough for that Page over there in one.
Just a little short. Point goes back to Woodland.
All right, wholesale changes here for Woodland.
Leah Valentino comes in for Lindsay Coliani, and Sophia Ligi comes in. High serve by Sophia Ligi.
Kenzie gets a give and go. She goes deep into one. Back over to Kenzie. She's got the return. Ooh. A little bit of a luck shot there. There's a little confusion there between Lexi and Skylar on who is going to take that second ball. Coach is making that correction now. Skylar steps behind the line for Seymour. Big thump all the way into 5, and it goes off the arms.
And she
and
cannot get to it.
Skylar drops another bomb over there. Woodland's doing all it can to make those passes.
Nice high serve. Fiorucci to Emma Ambrosio. Alvin Allenstein over the top.
Skylar makes the pass over to Lily. I think that was Kenzie on the outside again. Kenzie with the pass. Lily with the free ball over.
Sets her up, and it goes over. Great teamwork by Woodland.
Yeah, Lexi for Seymour was there to make the recovery on that, but just didn't get enough height on it.
Ella Van Allenstein back behind the line to serve. Great serve.
Ooh, that was right on the line and in. Serving deep is always a good choice. Looks like we have Skylar coming off and Mira coming in, playing 6.
Ella back again to serve. Nice serve.
Deep
And
corner over the 1.
those deep serves seem to be working out for them, so wonder if they'll stick with it.
Yeah. Ella seems to have that reach on the serves for Woodland.
Ooh, just short.
And there's that consistency we were talking about. Peyton checks in now. She's going to be our server for Seymour. Good spot. Long. Oh, the setter makes it right over.
Tips it over.
A lot of action going here. Way too many touches on the ball for me to keep up with.
Caitlin Long gets it over.
Lily saves that one for Seymour to put it in play.
Ava Bianchini sets it up.
And just wide. A lot of action. Most of that all took place inside the 10-foot line.
Caitlin Lawton back for the Hawks serving.
We have a substitution over on the Seymour side.
And it's just short. Point Seymour.
Kenzie steps behind the line for Seymour. Big swing all the way into 1.
And Leah Valentino gets it back over. Once again, Leah.
Well, Kenzie makes a nice sliding catch there.
Ooh.
This is what you like to see when you can hold a service run, give your team an opportunity to score more points.
Ooh. Just short.
Kenzie's breaking away on a service run. This is our 4th attempt here.
Nice return by Leah.
Kenzie lifts it. Peyton pushes it to the middle. And it does not make it over the net off the hands of Ellie.
Julia back for the Hawks. Nice serve.
Kenzie gets the pass out, but Peyton's not able to do anything with it. It's a tight match here with 8 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. Right up to the net there. Oh, we did have Peyton in the net. She backs into it. Sometimes you forget exactly where you are in relation to the net, and you just pick up that call and you step underneath sometimes.
Definitely an important part, knowing where you are on the court.
That is true there. Kenzie's with lift. Peyton with the set. Oh!
Ooh, and it just goes over.
Ryan is able to push it over.
Point Seymour.
We got substitutions. Skylar's coming on, and it looks like Mira's going off. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. Oh.
Paige just cannot get it over.
Rejected by the net. You kind of hate to see that. Ryan steps behind the line again.
Just short, right into the net. Point goes to Woodland.
And what's interesting too is that coaching the varsity, you're watching the coaches, and they're making a lot of the same corrections we see varsity coaches. So even though we're starting with a freshman program, a lot of the basics stay the same. Just keep working on those basic skills. Nice dive there. Kenzie's all over the floor on that one, and she's back in the play to make that save there. Peyton puts it over. And the ball just goes wide.
Point goes to Seymour. You definitely see the passion that Seymour has, especially with that diving play.
Yep. They're moving very well laterally. Audrey steps behind the line. Big swing.
Kaylin, Julia, to Ella. She gets it over.
Kenzie steps in. Over to Ryan.
Ella right over.
Good choice, put it over in one. Kenzie again with the defensive play. Calling her number quite a lot there. Ryan puts it up. And Skylar keeps it from coming back on the other side. Wow.
That was a strong serve.
Audrey serves getting better and better as she moves forward in this service. Each one seems to be just a little faster, a little lower, like that. There's Kenzie again, puts it too far over, but it gets it, just kisses the top of the net, lands on the Woodland side.
Ella just cannot get that over the net. Just under 5 minutes to go in this third set.
You love to see that effort too when you're diving out all out on the floor like that. That's great. Nothing worse than for a coach to watch the ball just hit the ground without anybody moving toward it. No spinner rotation on that ball. That was a good floater. It was just rolling. We got 4 minutes left in this set. Seymour versus Woodland. Kenzie's not able to get that one. It drops right before her. Kenzie puts it over to the stands. Peyton brings it back onto the court. Lily drives it over.
Emily to Ella. To Kaylin, she gets it over.
Audrey just serving, and Skylar's going to go way deep and a little too deep.
Paige Chiramonti back for the Hawks, serving now. Nice high, strong serve.
Oh, good set to the middle. Skylar just puts it over. Lily with the set. Skylar again with the attempt to go to the middle. Two-handed on that one.
Nice. does go to Seymour.
I'm not sure what the official called. Did you see what the hand signal was that she called? She just put it over there.
Yep.
Lily drives it into deep 6 for the point.
Not returnable from Woodland.
Coach is getting her to back up a little bit. Make sure she can receive that on her arms. So that was Ryan with the lift.
Ooh, and it goes right into the net.
Peyton with the swing. Just not enough elevation on that. That coach is showing her, get up on your toes. Ooh, look at the spin on that one.
Ooh. Sophia diving for that ball, but she just can't get to it.
Yeah, it just had that roll up Julia's arms, and Sophia just couldn't make the recovery on there.
That was very deep.
That was a good pullback by Emily. That ball was just about ready to be touched, and she pulled her arms back in.
Coliani, strong serve.
Just off the arms of Peyton. She didn't get that platform turned around to face the ball. And we had a little bit of a little skip pass. Coliani has lost the ball off. There they go. We got it back.
Time winds down from 40 seconds. Score, Woodland 17. Seymour 27. Definitely good performances by both teams in this set.
Yes, good level of competition. Service right in there. Skylar's going to swing, drop it deep into 6. Coliani lifts it. And Woodland lets it drop. That's what we call a campfire. Everybody gets around and just stares at it. 10 seconds. Can Skylar get one more serve in before the clock? And she does. That's a legal play off the foot, so if they could have played that and dove into the bleachers, they would have been able to make that play. Not that I'm recommending anyone dive into the bleachers.
We don't need any.
We don't need any injuries, no. Not when we're here to learn how to play volleyball. All right, like I said, the teams can come on. They've been sitting off for a while, so if they choose to take some time to warm up, they absolutely can. That'll be on the coaches to do that. The clock runs for 20 minutes. That way there, instead of playing a full 45 that they would normally play when they play each other, every team is going to get one set of 20 minutes to play on.
Our next matchup, Nagatuck versus Holy Cross.
Do want to thank our producer, Hannah Mudry, for getting us the rosters so we have a little bit more information on who's playing.
Nagatuck getting ready to start it off. Nice serve right into the middle of the court. Non-returnable by Holy Cross. Just out of bounds. Point goes to Nagatuck.
Let's see who's on service there. That's Leah stepping to the line for Nagatuck. Just off the right of her hand and out of bounds.
Point Holy Cross.
Julia steps behind the line for Holy Cross to get them started on their first service point. Big swing, deep into the center of the court. Oh, there's going to be a net violation on number 13, Ainsley. She had the right idea, but she was just out of reach for Madison, who's got a lot more height on her.
Nice high serve. Can Nagatuck recover? Yes. Holy Cross gets it back over. Point Holy Cross.
I have a 19 on the court, but not on my roster. So I'm not entirely sure who made that last play. Julia wasn't able to keep it up, but she did bring her team back to even with Nagatuck. Jasmine steps behind the line. Just to the top of the tape, but the net does not let it go through.
Sometimes you're not just playing the other team, you're also playing the net too.
It is a pesky part of the game. It is a pesky part of the game indeed. Just like in tennis, that net is low, but it's still hard to miss that net. Good job on 19. The ball comes all the way back. Julia and 19 for Holy Cross.
Substitution for Nagatuck. 1 for 36.
That's Ainsley behind the line. Good. She knew she didn't have the right toss on that and stepped back. Gets a second attempt at it.
Just short.
Big swing on that. Wait a minute. I think 19 was about to serve again, but it should not be. There we go. We're straightening that out. Madison's coming back to the line now. And Ava is swapping out with Michaela. Got Ava on the outside now. Madison puts the ball up good and high and scores a point.
Just misses her arms.
This just in, 19 is Lexi. We had her on the roster as 18. Sorry about that. Now Madison's not able to complete that second service. There's going to be a substitution. Wait a minute. We have an 18. Lexi's going in now. We have two 18s on the roster. 19 is like, oh, so that is Alexia that just went on as 18. All right, we're straightening this all out. Jordan steps behind the line for Nagatuck. Long float serve right there.
And it's just out of bounds. Point goes to Nagatuck.
We're doing our best. You were asking what it's like to be a producer?
They told me Alexa and Lexi, so I don't know if that's just, she was just talking to them, or how many people.
And Holy Cross just can't recover it. Point goes to Nagatuck.
I know that the last one was 19, but I don't know what their names.
Gotcha.
Nice high serve. Just non-returnable.
That's one of the players, not the coach.
Nagatuck serving. And Holy Cross just can't return. Nice high serve.
Thank
Point Nagatuck. Score is now 12-6 Nagatuck. Big swing there from number 19, Holy Cross. Nagatuck's point once again. Nagatuck's point.
Jordan looks like she's really holding down this service run right here.
Ooh. Big swing. Can't return. Ooh. Point goes to Nagatuck. They seem to be slipping away from Holy Cross. 11 and a half minutes left in this set.
And like we were talking before, it is the consistency of service that will help your program move forward, help your team out. So as long as you can make them in and not side yourself out, make the other team have to break your serve, that is vitally important, something that should be practiced every single practice.
Jordan definitely showing that consistency for Nagatuck.
You notice both teams usually serve directly from the 6. You can see the white part of the court, the basketball court, the foul line, the key. It seems that everybody's going back and serving just straight forward there. Sometimes in the junior varsity and the varsity level, you'll see them choose to go to the outside area to serve cross court. But sometimes that consistency, being able to just loft it straight through the center, is all that it takes. And just a shout out to our camera person, Kyle Egan, today, keeping everything in view, keeping that score alive as well. She's doing a great job bringing you the live broadcast.
Jordan's still back there for Nagatuck. (23 to 6) now.
Yep, Holy Cross just needs to get some arms under it, and they can break this serve. There it is. That's what we're talking about right there, lifting it up. Good attempt on that swing there.
I think Holy Cross just needs to get more movement going under the ball.
Yep, if they get a little more lateral movement right there, or maybe a second pass. As I said, that's that consistency. And that's what today is all about. It's getting that play so you can play in real time. Sometimes when you're in practice, you're playing against the same girls every day. It's great to bring it to another venue and play against another team. Coach is calling to the bench. She's bringing in Caitlin, replacing Julia. And it was a great call by the coach to make a substitution, because sometimes instead of calling a timeout, making a substitution just gives that server just a little bit more time to think about their next serve, causing them to side out. It is a technique that coaches you all the time to ice a server that's running extremely hot. We got a jump ball here, and in volleyball, you don't actually jump the ball. You're actually just a redo, but it's the 2 thumbs up symbol that you see in basketball, indicating do it again. think they just got called for a footfall on that. That's why the official was pointing at her foot, at her toes. We have substitution for Nagatuck. And who would that substitution be? 28 for 14.
We have, I cannot see it on my roster.
I believe it's Cheyenne. And I believe Becky came off the floor. We have a substitution over there. Who do we have?
24 for 19. We have Madison.
For Lexi. Lexi is the
High serve.
Caitlin was able to get to that ball, but she had too much of the net along with it. But it was a great play getting to the ball just to get it over the net. She's definitely got some height over Jasmine, who's playing the front row for Nagatuck.
Brianna for Nagatuck serving. A little bit of a weak serve. Point goes to Holy Cross.
Ava steps behind the line for Holy Cross. Big high toss. Good swing on the ball.
Leah for Nagatuck getting set to serve.
And just coming on for Holy Cross was Michaela into the one spot.
Big serve.
Big, big serve. Kelly didn't have any idea what was going, where to go with that. She moved in too early on it. Those are one of those tough ones where it's just right at your throat level. You don't have to play it with your hands or let it drop into your platform. Good pass by Angela right there to get the ball right there. Had to share a platform extended.
Leah back again for Nagatuck. High serve, but
Good
it works
job.
out.
Kelly really read that ball, came diving in to get it. No one else on the court was moving, so she really read that well. Short ball.
Ooh.
Oh, just long. Just wide, actually. Now, on a serve, you're not supposed to two-handed block. So Madison could have been called for a violation there. If you do it with one hand, it's a putback. But you can't block the serve. That was smart to let that one go. You don't want to go running into the stands.
Nagatuck continues to dominate this game, 33-9, with just under 4.5 minutes to go.
And again, we get back to that service. There's a lot of consistency there. Good pass, right to the center location.
Point goes to Holy Cross.
Very good. Ava was able to get it over, or Angela. Angela made the pass. Ava put it over. And we are rotating on the Holy Cross side. Looks like Julia is stepping back to the line now. Big serve. Oh, a nice
That was
return.
a nice slide.
Yeah.
Very smooth. Works out.
She looked like a soccer player right there, right after they score a goal. And they slide across over their knees, and she was able to make that platform pass from way down low. We'll call that move the Ronaldo.
Yes.
All right.
I love that name.
All right. I think that makes sense. So next time we'll see someone pull a Ronaldo, we'll let you know. Madison steps behind the line. She's really had a
Big swing
great,
there.
yeah, exactly. Good high toss too.
Number 19 comes in.
That should be
Holy
Lexi.
Cross.
That is the error we have on our. We have two 18s on our roster. The second 18 should be a 19. Just giving a heads up on that. That's smart, letting the ball drop. Now remember, if you touch the ball or catch the ball once you toss it, it is considered a violation and goes to the other team. That's why when a player tosses the ball into the air before they serve, if they don't like the way they've tossed it, they let it drop, move out of the way.
Just a little bit of a soft serve there.
Madison's back on the floor, subbing out for Alexia. Okay, so that's what we were talking about with consistency. Last time that we had Jordan behind the line, she served 10 in a row. And that time, she took herself out of the game, and that's what we talk about, that consistency. You want the other team to have to break you. You don't want to do the work for them.
Definitely a lot of consistency with Nagatuck as we see the score, 36-13, with just a minute and a half to go.
All right, if you notice, all the girls are serving overhand today. Sometimes the coaches will also instruct the underhand serve, which is difficult as well to master. It does give you a little more arm speed, a little more arm swing, and a little more carry on the ball too. So sometimes if they're struggling with the overhead, they can switch to underhand. I'm not going to lie, I have a pretty decent underhand serve. Protects my shoulder. I've kind of blown my shoulder out, so. Cheyenne swinging there for Nagi. Just gets it on the tip of her finger, stepped into it a little too early.
Just about 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, they can see them moving quick because they want to get all the time on the court that they can. Just wide right on that one. Coach is making that correction. And you'll hear coaches say this all the time. If your shoulders are pointing that way, that's the way the ball's going to go. So make sure your shoulders are pointing forward when you're serving. Trying to get another play in here. Demi just came on. Just to the net, but just not enough loft on that to get it over. And that is going to end the Holy Cross Nagatuck game.
Nagatuck dominates 39-15.
But thank you for everyone that is watching our athletes play today from the four schools that we have here. We have Woodland High School, who is hosting this week. We will be moving to another venue next week in Nagatuck. We have Seymour here with us, Holy Cross, and Nagatuck, all teams from the NVL. This is considered an NVL freshman event. There is another one, I believe, being played today at St. Paul. I could be incorrect. There's oftentimes I am. I just know what we're doing here today, but I do know we're supposed to be playing at Nagatuck. I don't know who's on the roster for that. Maybe the same teams, just hosted. But there are 8 teams in the NVL that are playing in this. And I think we're going to be looking at some SEC teams too. I believe Shelton might be stepping in to play as well.
Coming up with our next set, we will have Woodland and Holy Cross playing on the court.
And let's give a shout out to the seniors here who are officiating. Up in the tower, we have Sammy Sosanovic. And down in the officiating and for the R2 position, we have team captain from Woodland Varsity, Rory Nolan. Hard to miss her in that bright, bright orange hoodie there. She does play the libero position, so wearing an alternate bright color does make sense because on teams, I don't see any team playing libero here.
Nice return by Paige.
Indeed. Angela had a good pass for Holy Cross to get that defensive stance started, but they just didn't capitalize on that off of Julia's good serve.
Paige serving now. Great serve over the middle. Just non-returnable by Holy Cross. We might see the start of that tone setter by Woodland.
Indeed. Yeah, you're saying getting that momentum right there. That's what you like to see too. You'd rather have two athletes running into you that are going for the ball instead of just watching it. So that very hard to fault them when they're both moving to make an aggressive play. Paige with the float deep, deep down there.
Nice strong serve.
Good pass. It's going to make it. It's going to clear. It just does not, just misses the top of the net. The fans are getting plenty of volleyball here today, and you at home as well. 2 hours of volleyball, 4 teams. It's a great way to spend a Saturday. Or if you're watching this after we're already done, then whatever day you happen to be watching it is a great day to watch volleyball. Basically, any day is a great day to watch volleyball. Lexi steps behind the line. Big swing, just gets behind it a little bit.
Woodland still stays with that momentum.
Coach is correct there on keeping her wrist a little tighter so that the ball will go forward a bit more. When you hit it off the back of your fingers, it has a tendency to spin, and when they're using the striped ball, you can really tell when an athlete is hitting it over the top, and you get that nice top spin. You'll see that the stripes will be spinning forward. When they hit behind the ball and get underneath it, you'll see them spin in the alternate direction, and you make that correction for them.
Sophia Ligi, great serve.
You can see on Sophia's serve there, the ball was spinning forward. She had her hand up over the top of the ball, giving it some downward trajectory. Plenty of downward trajectory on that one. Madison steps behind the line for Holy Cross. We have a substitution here. I believe that is Ava coming in and replacing Michaela. Good high swing, just not enough to make it over the net. It's hard to tell when they're that high whether or not they're going to make it.
Emily comes out, Ava comes in.
All right, when I was talking spin right there, you can tell how she hit that off the side of the ball, and you saw this ball spinning sideways. That's usually called a tomahawk, where you hit it just left or right of center, causing the ball to spin, making it difficult for the defense to hit. And on that one, you can see she's under the ball, and the ball spinning backwards.
Definitely have some playmakers on the Woodland side. Ella.
Alicia's stepping back to the line now for Holy Cross. Like I said, it's a deep bench for Holy Cross. Coach is doing a great job cycling players in and out, giving everybody an opportunity to play. I believe everybody's getting a chance to step behind the line as well to serve. That's hard to do with a bench that's this long. Looks like we have 12 girls. 12 total. Might be the biggest team that we have here today.
Caitlin behind the line. Nice serve. Just to the right. Point Woodland. 13-3. Just a little over 13 minutes to go.
Just not enough gas in the tank on that one. Demi or Demi? D-E-M-I. Demi.
Leah back for the Hawks serving.
Just not enough.
Julia comes in for Leah.
Ava's stepping behind the line. Coach is giving the corrections from the last time. Good high toss. A lot of times you'll find that there's athletes that will even say to this day when they started off in the first year program or a freshman program, they couldn't make the net. Then you see them when they're juniors or seniors, they're jump serving and they're like #1 in the NVL or have that consistency. It's one of those skills you really have to work at to be consistent. And
Ava Bianchini with that strong serve.
Bianchini, sister of Bella Bianchini, one of the Hawk Headlines journalists. I believe she was a photographer for Woodland Volleyball.
Speaking of jump serving.
Okay.
She's been very consistent at that the past 2 times.
You don't normally see that at the freshman level. I dare say you don't see it hardly at all. And here we see it again. Good return on that, making sure that you break that jump serve is important.
Well, doing turns, but Holy Cross cannot get there.
Sometimes with a jump serve too, you think it's going to go a lot harder than it does, and one of the best serves is a jump float. Looks like it's going to come in powerful. You get ready on defense for it, and it drops 3 feet in front of you.
Ooh, just short. Woodland does have quite the lead, 19-6.
Julia's checking back in for Holy Cross, going to go behind the line. Got a lot of traffic here, seeing a lot of grilled cheese sandwiches coming by. So we do have some of the finest grilled cheese here in the NVL. So if you stop by a Woodland game, feel free to stop at the concession stand and ask them to make you a grilled cheese sandwich.
Point Holy Cross.
Good swing. Julia's definitely got that momentum to be able to stay on a good service run. Julia to Julia. That was a great movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Nope, never have.
It's about Julia Child's life. The woman was making all her recipes. Oh, we'll talk later. Paige with the long, long serve. Julia with the one-handed set and
cannot be returned.
Just not enough to get it back over the net. There's that float, and you can tell when we're talking about spin. The float serve right there, you'll notice there's no spin on this ball right here. She's hitting it square on the face of the ball. The ball will wobble a little bit. Instead of going in a downward trajectory, it just floats. That's a little bit of a backspin there. So I wasn't able to show you what it looks like again, because maybe she'll do it this time.
Paige back for the Hawks serving.
There you go.
Oh.
All right. That one's going to land.
I was waiting
in
for
the
that one to
ceiling.
happen.
Yeah, the batting cage is new from last year. It is a ball monster. It definitely eats enough during a practice and a match. That is a great deep float serve. Very hard to catch when it's that close to your, again, that upper torso. You don't have to play it overhand or back up just a little more and play it with your platform. The ball just does not go, it just keeps going straight.
Page very consistent once again, serving 26-7.
And the key again is don't have the other team, make the other team side you out. Don't side yourself out. So as long as you can be consistent. Paige is getting a little more aggressive on her serves now. There's a little confidence building. You can tell that she's swinging just a little bit harder each serve. Sometimes that makes the ball come over in one when the defensive player sees the ball coming in. They drop their platform. The ball rebounds over one, and your team isn't ready for that, and it lands on the court. So you have to be careful both ways. Did we just see a jump serve there?
I think we did.
All right.
Great offensive performance by Woodland.
I think Coach Broadbent is smiling behind the mask. It's difficult to tell wearing the masks, but even from here, I can tell she was pretty proud with Paige's progress on that service. All right, that should be Lexi stepping to the line now. Good high arc on that. And that's that over and one I was just talking about, where it goes over off the defensive player, and then you're not ready because you're expecting them to bump that spike, and it comes back so quick you're just not ready to set up your own defense.
Leah comes in for Julia.
Looks like Kalani's walking off too.
Sophia comes on.
Good pass to set. Good choice to put it over on two.
Nice.
Good work right there. You don't need a setter every time. Sometimes you just get the job done yourself. Ava back on the court. I believe that the last play was by Suri.
Wild serve there. Point goes to Woodland. Building that lead. Giant lead that they have.
Madison's now back on, taking over in the one spot for Holy Cross.
Ella Van Alstyne serving.
Yeah,
Just goes into the
she let that
net.
ball drop too short on her arm. She just let that come down. When you're serving, you want to tee it high and let it fly. Get that ball up in the air before you hit it. I love how Coach is giving everybody an opportunity to get behind the line, play front row, play some defense. She's really mixing it up on the Holy Cross side. That's how you build a good program, giving everybody opportunity. Kelly steps on for Holy Cross now.
Kaylin just short.
Yeah, she had that way out in front of her. And if that ball's out too far in front of you, you're just going to push it. You don't really get a swing at it. Angela steps behind the line now for Holy Cross. Coach Broadbent making some defensive decisions. Good swing. Just not enough loft on that. That brings in Demi in the one spot.
Julia comes in for Leah for Woodland. Nice.
Good. We are. Oh, there's some Woodland. Ooh, double skip there. No foul on that because the ball didn't leave her hand. I am noticing Woodland has quite a few left-handers. That's an observation I made. It doesn't affect you service-wise, perhaps, but on the hitting in the front row, a lot of left-handers will hit from the right-hand side, what we call the opposite side of the net, because the ball will be coming into their body and they're able to swing at it. That's why right-handers like to hit from the left-hand side, which we call the outside, so that they can turn their torso into the ball and really get a better hit. So with Woodland having more left-hand, they're going to have a lot more opportunities to hit from that side, which you don't see as much in high school sports. They usually go outside or middle and really build the programs that way. Only time will tell if that's what Woodland decides to do. Even Julia knew that one wasn't going over because she said, "Aw," before the ball even made it to the net.
Michaela comes in for Holy Cross. A little bit of a weaker serve. Point goes to Woodland.
Yeah, it was a low toss. I think she needs to get that toss up a little bit more and step into it. Again, everybody thinks that the serve is just with your arm, but it's really stepping to the ball and using your core.
Emily serves for the Hawks.
And Emily just disproved my theory right there by hitting the ball with most of her arm and still making it over the net. As you can see, she has the ball out in front of her and just using her arm.
Just made it over. Point Woodland.
Madison did the right thing there. She didn't put up two hands on the block. She tried to do a one-handed putback.
Less than a minute left in this set. 40-12. Hawks.
Oh, we got a call. The officials are overturning something. Oh, they called a carry on that. That's they're not messing around. Julia's back up behind the line.
Less than 30 to go.
She's probably going to get 2 or 3 good serves right here. That would be one.
And Julia cannot return it.
It's the Julia again. It's right back to that movie reference I was making. She steps back quickly to make another serve. And a good slam right there.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go.
One last point for Holy Cross. 40-15 Woodland. Great match right there.
You can definitely see even where some of the teams have been improving every time they step back on the court. As they step off, I'm sure the coaches are talking to. I can see that Woodland's huddling now. Holy Cross just went out into the hallway to discuss. Probably work on what they're going to work on next. If I'm not mistaken, this is the last match of the morning.
We're going to have Nagatuck and Seymour.
Just going to take today to thank our broadcast crew, our producer, Hannah Mudry, our camera person, Kyle Egan. To my left is Jenna Chicano. I'm Jim Amato. Thanks for stopping by tonight. We have 20 more minutes here. We have Seymour and Nagatuck. Hopefully we get to do this again next Saturday, coming to you live from Nagatuck High School. You can catch us on hawkheadlines.net. If you want looking for our live sports broadcasts, you can always find those on hhlsports.net. Or follow us on YouTube, Hawk Headlines, where you'll catch all our games. If you'd like any of your sports covered, just give us a call or send us an email, and we will try to broadcast your games live as well. But if you're playing Woodland, there's a good chance we'll be broadcasting that game, posting it on hhlsports.net.
Ooh.
Yeah, but see, everybody was gathered around. You want that pursuit on the ball, so they were all together right there. Now we're going to see Seymour keeping their serve in the game. A very consistent server.
Ryan serving.
Yep.
Nagatuck just can't get to it.
Got good height on both sides of the net here, too. You're just going to watch these two teams grow into their junior varsity matches moving forward, playing against each other quite often. Now, Holy Cross is in the brass division, so they don't play. They'll play these teams once during a season. Nagy and Seymour are in two separate divisions. Seymour is in copper, and Nagy's in iron, so they'll only play each other once as a rule. But Woodland and Seymour are both in copper, so they'll have to play each other twice a year. That's a lot of information. You might want to just write that down. Sometimes I wax on poetic. Coach noting that sometimes when you sit, you lose a little bit of that edge. And if you've ever played on club teams, you'll know if you're off for a set or two, you do stagnate a little bit, so you should get up, running around, do some passing to get ready.
Nice strong serve.
Good deep pass. Setter is not able to get to it. Just about on target.
Lily for Seymour serving.
She should have stepped into that a little bit more. That's Cheyenne for Nagatuck. She's shaking off her wrist. Good stop there. Damaris had a nice stop. Make sure that Nagy was able to record it. Jordan's not able to get it. Misjudged where the ball was going to land.
Lily for Seymour still serving. Been consistent up to this point, and she keeps that consistency.
Oh, we got another Ronaldo right there. So that was on Leah. She came in on the Ronaldo, was not able to complete the play. Had her platform flat instead of turning it to cut the ball off. Lily's super consistent. You can see she's got that hard, flat float that just does not drop.
Right down the middle, and Nagatuck can't recover.
Damaris is right there almost every single time on that, but she's keeping her platform down. She's not cushioning the ball into her body to give it a little loft, but she is in the right spot to make the play. And you're seeing a 6-to-6 battle here. It's out of the 6th position, right into the other 6th position. And if anyone needs to know that the court is numbered, 1 is back right corner, 2, 3, 4 goes across the front, 5 in the back left corner, 6 in mid-back, and that is how we number the servers. So right now, Lily's stepping back through the 6. Damaris, number 36, is standing in the 6. Coach just added another defensive player for the short ball.
Ooh.
Justin to get her hands up in time on that one. Cheyenne just misread it a little bit. And again, it's one of those that come in right at that throat level. Difficult to play.
Ooh. And the reign of Lily for Seymour comes to an end. Nagatuck back with the serve.
Jasmine stepped behind the line for Nagatuck. Good serve deep over into the corner.
Ooh. And just at an awkward angle, Seymour can't return it. Ball goes back with Nagatuck. See if they can regain that big lead that Seymour has over them.
Just short. A little over rotation on the shoulders. Good hard stroke right there. Damaris was able to get that save and bring it up. Leah finished it off by putting it back out. Jasmine with the save there. Leah again, she's a little bit everywhere right there, helping out. Is that number 9? Number 9, yes, yeah. We got a substitution. Bringing Brianna on for Nagatuck now. Ainsley's dropping behind the line into 6. Big swing,
wild
over.
serve.
Yeah, a little over rotation on the shoulder. Looked like closed fist too. I know people think a little more power with the closed fist, but control is what we're looking for. You want to have an open hand when you serve. Jordan able to read the spin on that ball. Skylar kind of hooked that around her body and made it ball rotate to the left. Leah
Right down
steps
the middle.
in there, yeah, but Leah stepped in from the 5 just to see if she can make that play. Almost had it.
Skylar for Seymour serving.
Jordan just needed one more step on that for Nagatuck. She was in the right position, just gave up just a bit too soon.
A little bit of a height advantage for Seymour, but both of these teams do have height.
They do look pretty tall. I'm not going to lie. They look taller than the other 2 teams that we've seen out here, Woodland and Holy Cross. Again, be interesting as these teams grow and mature, make the JV squad, see what they look like in 2 or 3 years. Jordan, nice high pass right there.
Nice over.
There we go. What was that? 14. Becky put that over for us. Becky with the 2-handed. Coach is making the correction on there to go up with the ball and not forward on that attack. Good high. Leah jumps in. Nice pass. Just too much to the net. Setter's not able to get under that. I'm assuming Brianna was going to set that ball there. Coach is saying, hey, if it's that close to the net, just put it over. Sometimes that's all you can do on an overpass.
Right down the middle.
Becky
Nagatuck
stops
just
that
not
ball.
ready.
Yep. Coach is going to bring the front row players off, get them out of the way because they're just distracting the back row players. There we go. Becky puts the ball over. Jordan lifts it way, backs it up a little bit.
Ooh, just gets
Ainsley
over.
just gets it over the net. Jordan with the lift. She stays on her side of the net. Oh, it's a very tight play.
Ooh.
Is that Becky that put the ball over? Or was that Jordan? I couldn't see who actually got a touch on there. It was behind the official. That's close in play right there. It's good to play that tight against the net without touching it. Jordan had a big run last time the Naughty team was up, so let's see how she's able to work from behind the line now. Oh, that's a little bit of a lift. The officials missed that one. We're going to let that slide. Mackenzie lifts it.
Point Seymour. 24-5. Seymour still remains in control.
Yeah, Becky just wasn't able to control the speed off of that ball.
Lexi for Seymour. serving. Very nice serve to the front row.
Becky and Jordan both trying to decide who's going to play that ball after Brianna made the initial pass. Don't forget to catch all your Hawk sports on Hawk Headlines on Instagram. Like us on Facebook, Hawk Headlines. Follow us on TikTok. I don't know what you do on Snapchat. I don't know, snap us on Snapchat. Yeah.
Watch the stories, the questions of the day.
Yes, exactly. Catch all that. Coming up, also don't forget at 7:15 a.m. every morning you have the Morning Mayhem Show where we'll be interviewing all the coaches of the varsity programs coming up.
Maybe you can even watch a few weather reports.
I wonder who would be doing those weather reports.
I wonder too.
No, we don't. We know who it would be. It would be my counterpart right here, Jenna Chicano, who gives Woodland the weather updates on a daily basis. So if you're following our Instagram account or coming on the morning show, morningmayhem.show, you can actually catch her giving the weather reports. A little short there. Looks like she wasn't ready. Didn't take enough time behind the line for that one. Mackenzie knows she should have taken a little more time on that serve. We got a substitution. We have, who just ran on there? Damaris in for Brianna. Big high toss, smart move. Let it go. Don't touch the ball. Good swing. She just needs to step into it just a little bit more. We got 7 minutes left in this match. And for the rest of the day, it's a 2-hour tournament, 10 to 12.
Ryan for Seymour coming in serving. Nice serve.
Jordan lifts the ball. Leah puts it up. And
nope.
Ainsley tries to capitalize on that play. They got all 3 touches. Hard drive ball right there. Cheyenne looks at it going over. But Leah had stepped into the lane. Assuming not Leah, that would be Jordan. Across the back row for Nagatuck, you have Damaris in 1. You have Cheyenne in 6, and then Jordan in 5. That's a deep ball. Looks like Cheyenne is going to take it. Needed one more step on that to keep that ball in play or to play it overhead. Coach is giving her that instruction right now.
Yeah, compliments to the coaches. Definitely taking every opportunity to tell them, make changes, and do what's best for the team so they can learn.
Wow, that was a driven ball. Yeah, you can see both of the Nagatuck defenders just stepped away from that. When the ball comes at hard and fast and no one calls for it, there's not enough time to make another call. That's why coaches always want a ball that stays low, flat, just below the candy canes, the striped poles there for out of bounds. It's a little high right there.
Right down the middle.
Good.
Nagatuck
Leah
recover.
lifts up. Jordan
Yes.
with the big swing just over rotates her shoulders, but that is the right play to make right there. And I can hear Coach from here talking about shoulders again, making sure the shoulders are facing the court. As soon as it faces the stance, that's where the ball's going to head. Cheyenne did the right thing that time, dropping back, taking the extra step. Just let her platform stay low. And again, we're talking consistency of serve. Don't break yourself. Let the other team have to break you. That's the key. Good stop right there. Oh, she went to reach in for it again.
She pulled the Ronaldo.
Leah on the Ronaldo again. Jasmine just like she made the play, but then reached in again on it almost as a second touch.
Ryan for Seymour on the serve.
Staying live. Cheyenne brings the ball forward. Leah makes the play right at the net. Just
out of bounds.
yeah.
Ooh.
Leah takes a moment behind the line, composes herself. Couple dribbles. Big swing right into the middle of the Seymour court. Comes over in two. Nagy wasn't set up for that one. They were expecting a third hit, and it didn't come over. The setter dumped it early. That works quite often.
LA for Seymour coming in serving. A little bit soft. Point, Nagatuck.
Anytime your own teammate catches your serve, chances are it's going to be called as a violation. I believe that's Jasmine that's set behind the line. Good serve. Seymour's trying to get it back over. It's outside the pin.
Off her foot, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it touched her? Sorry, the camera was in the way. I didn't see that play. We got 2 minutes left in this match. Seymour comfortably ahead. Becky to Jasmine to Leah and Jordan, who combined on that. Coach instructing on the free ball. Drop your shoulders, drive your platform forward, flatten that ball out. The back row player should be coming up to get that ball. It's easier for the back row player to see the ball in front of them than the front row player dropping back to make that play. Smart play. If you don't like that toss, you only get one of those too. Once you drop the ball, you cannot do it twice. So that second time you miss, it is a point for the other team. So you can side out twice.
Just soft. Just under a minute left to go. Seymour leading 40-11.
I think Jordan can get a couple serves in here if she takes her time on it. I mean, take your time, but hurry up. I mean, the clock is running. Even through timeouts, the clock will run in this format to finish up by 12. It looks like we're just a little heavy at 12:05. Wow, Seymour ran it right there. Great combination. McKenzie through the middle. They can get one more serve off. Nagatuck's running the 6 in D right now. Everyone's going to help out in passing. Ball does not make the net. I don't know if we're going to get another serve off. They're running like they want to get one more serve. They're saying go, go, go. We're sending
3, 2, 1. And Seymour wins 41-12.
All right, so great day. Hopefully we can keep something like this going. It was great to see all the teams together. Seymour, Holy Cross, Nagatuck here at Woodland Regional High School, home of the Hawks. I want to thank our producer, Hannah Mudry, our camera person, Kyle Egan. Sorry about that, Kyle. And Jenna, I think we had a great day here. On behalf of Jenna Chicano, I'm Jim Amato. Tune in next week.